We are live. How you guys doing? I am just trying to get everything moving. You know what I mean? Trying to get things humping. Because take me there. You know? Because at the beginning this is never easy or fun. It's quite, because my computer wants to be slow. You know, it just.
Hey.
Oh, hey,
You on?
brother. Yeah, I am live right now, but I'm trying to
Okay.
get into Yahoo section that I'm slowly doing. Oh,
Yeah, I'm kind of driving right now, as you can see, in the old big state of Texas, North Texas, that is.
okay. Look, Mom, no hands.
Really.
Well, right now I'm trying to get into the YouTube part. I'm in Hangout, but that's as far as it wants me to go.
Let me go on YouTube and see if I can hear you. Stand by.
Okay. It says live now. Basic info card.
No, you're not live yet, man. You're not live
Huh.
yet on YouTube. I can
Okay.
see YouTube. I still see your picture from earlier.
Okay. Yeah, this stuff isn't. It's not as easy as. Okay, I see. Okay, I see my picture right there. No, it says live.
Yeah, but it says waiting for Kevin.
Huh.
It's saying live on your side.
Well, I got 5 viewers right now. Hi guys. Hey Mikey.
The
Roberto's my guest today, so he's going. Are you going home right now? Hey Richard. Yeah. Yeah, this stuff never wants to behave, you know.
see our pictures in our video or in our live.
Yeah, I got 6 viewers, and I appreciate them. I gotta turn off my volume here. There we are. There. Now I turned off my volume. Now it's just you and me. But I mean, I turned it off in YouTube land. There we go. Well, we got a pretty good. We got 6 viewers right now, buddy.
Yeah, see if they can see us. YouTube is frozen right now.
Mikey, can you guys see me? Or Richard, can you see me? Or can you see Roberto? Um, well, you mean live on cam? Well, Roberto's live on the camera, and I'm not. I'm shy. Someone's driving. Yeah, that's Roberto. He is behind the wheel in his Sunnyvale, driving off into the sunset. Giddy up. I see Roberto in his car. Yeah, that's my buddy.
I'm stuck on Helm.
Well, see how fast you can go. Just drop the pedal to the metal. How does that sound? I never thought about driving.
Turn off my.
When I was in the Philippines, I never thought about driving. I was too petrified because if I get an accident, they'll crucify me. Sounds good. I appreciate that.
Call ended.
Roberto, you going the speed limit?
I can't, man. I'm going 3 miles an hour.
Oh. Well, just pop open the code one.
Yeah, while I'm driving in Texas. Yeah.
Be dangerous.
That'll be fun.
When I was a boy, when I was young, I got a DWI, and that was in Alaska. You never want to get a DWI in Alaska because they don't have a state Alaska state troopers. They don't have a sense of humor.
Yeah, I saw those shows. Remember those shows a while back? I think they're still on. Troopers in Alaska, where they it's like a show with showing the troopers busting people with marijuana in their house and stuff like that. Have you seen that before?
Yep. Yeah, that's a good show.
Yeah, those troopers down there, they don't take any shit from anybody.
Well, yeah, they wear full body armor, and they got everything, and they dress good too. Their uniforms are pretty duped out. That they look like the Canadian Mounted Police, but in blue and black.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Well, shit, man, I'm stuck in this stupid traffic. I hate this, man.
Randall just says my niece is a state trooper in Anchorage. Yeah, those guys, really? They're pretty. They're nice. They're good, but they play by the rules.
Oh yeah.
So when you play by the rules, when you play by the rules, that's good for everybody because they don't play favorites, and they always, like I said, they don't really go too far like one way and lenient the other way. They're kind of hard case all the time, which is good. I mean, that's not good, like playing good cop, bad cop. I like Filipino food. When I ran out of money, Roger, shame on you, buddy. Yeah. I'm laughing because I understand what you're saying because, I didn't even eat Filipino food for, oh my gosh, like a good 3 years because I had money then and I was living high on the hog, and when I start slowly losing my grip, then everything else followed. But then I start eating pancit, your noodles.
Yeah, did you see one of my posts on the Angela City group where I post my pancit that I made.
Yeah, I seen that. That was pretty. You know, I like the shrimp kind, except in the Philippines they don't skin the shrimp or their prawns. They just leave it with the shell on it. And I'm like a big baby, and I don't want to pick through my food and take out the bones and the shells and stuff like that. So Josie would take out. So she was good to me, and she would take off the legs off the prawns and the skin and everything. But yeah, I didn't mind the seafood. The seafood was okay, but I don't like food with bones on it. And because when I was a boy, I had a chicken bone get caught in my throat, and my father pulled it out, and it cut my throat. So I don't like eating anything with bones on it.
Did he pull your tonsil out at the same time too?
No, but I should have had it. He should have.
No kidding aside though. Same thing happened to my cousin. My cousin that lives here with me in Texas. She was eating tilapia, and she got one of the bones stuck inside of her, uh, uh, the lining of her stomach.
Oh,
And so she got really really in pain and stuff. And then when she went to the doctor, she had to go to the emergency room. And so they cut out that her part of her stomach and put like some kind of bag in for her so she can go take a shit and poo and shit and
okay.
piss. And terrible, man. She had a bone stuck in there, and man, it must have been a big size bone because it tore up her stomach.
Yeah, that is. See, you guys, it's not worth. It's not worth because your body doesn't digest it. It doesn't break it down, the bones.
Yeah, we're not cats. You know, we can't eat bones and then expect to live through it.
Oh my, yeah.
Fish bones. You know.
But I love. Josie's father took me to one of the fiestas, and I don't know what the name of it is, but it's made out of pork, and it has cooking bananas in it and potatoes, OB, and stuff like that. And then you put tenguai in it, and then you cook it up with sugar.
That was a problem. There was a accident over here. See all the emergency lights?
Yeah, I don't see anything right now.
Oh, okay. Well, you viewers probably can see it. Yeah, there's three fire engines and about half a dozen cops.
Well, don't slow down. Just punch it.
Yeah.
Well, tell them I sent you. It's an emergency. Ask them for a police escort.
Really? Pull over. Oh man, that car's tore up. Yeah, pull over, and that's when the cops say, "Excuse me, can you give me a police escort through here? I live
Because
just
you're
a few
late
miles."
for a very
Yeah,
important date with
exactly.
with Kev Style.
Kev Style. Oh, speaking of Kev Style, Seth Style us out as co-host, and we end up having to make our own show, or at least you do. So that's what I should start doing. I should be a reject
Hey,
from.
Roberto, I could hardly hear you, buddy.
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I said we were rejects from co-host from Seth Style, so we made our own. We made our own uh, YouTube vlog, and I should start doing that too. I should make my own show since I'm a reject co-host from Seth Style.
Oh really? He 86 you?
No, I'm just kidding. He didn't.
Oh,
We haven't done one for a while, so
I know,
So,
because I was going to ask you about that because the last couple of times when he had a show, you was a no-show.
oh yeah, he did that on purpose because he didn't want me to say something. He knows I was going to say something, especially that guy who was doing the all that the AIDS
That
thing.
HIV.
You saw my comments on there. I would have. He's a full of shit. So, anyways, but yeah, he kept me out on purpose. So I'm saying thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just thought you peed on his motorcycle tire. He got upset.
Yeah, I made that comment on his scooter.
Well, I could almost, well, not now, but when I was younger, I could probably run faster than his motorcycle could go. Not now, though. I mean, I slowed down since then.
I'm sure.
That's not
You
nice.
you went from a 4.4 to a 10.5, huh? And 40.
Well, yeah, because I'm eating on the way.
Yeah. So anyway, we were talking earlier. What's your? You said you didn't eat balut. You haven't eaten balut since you've been there.
Yeah.
Um, why not?
Well, I'm a big fan of eggs. I mean, I like in Alaska. When I was when I was married to my Eskimo wife, ex-wife, um, they used to have stink eggs, and those are like eggs that they go around gathering, and then they dig a hole, and then they put them in the hole for like 30, 40 days, and they start to ferment. and
Right.
I seen them do that, and I just went bam, and I just couldn't do it. I mean, mentally I couldn't even phantom putting that close to my mouth, And then I seen your delicacy, the balut, and the balut. That was just like, what's the difference? I mean, but see, you guys balut didn't smell that much, but the that fermented eggs. Oh my God, it stunk so bad.
Well, have you eaten kimchi before?
Oh yeah, I love Korean food. I mean,
Well, kimchi is done the same thing. I mean, it's put in the ground and it's rotten. It
well,
rots
you
until
know
it fermented.
that almost hurts my feelings because they put a lot of tender love and care into that stuff. But no,
Yeah,
I grew up on kimchi. See, that's the key. If you are used to something, and if you grow up since you was a child or a young adult, then your body is accustomed to that kind of food. So my daughters, they eat balut. I think they do that just to mess with me, though.
yeah.
But
Well, to tell you the truth, I tried. I mean, when I was little, I think I ate a lot of it because my mom, she loved it and ate a
yeah.
lot of balloons. But I don't remember it. Last time I went, I said I tried it, and actually I didn't like it. I mean, I almost threw up. So
Roger is saying to me, "Hey Kevin, I bet you miss Alaska king crab." I got tired of Alaska king crab because for around 10 years, eight to 10 years, I was on a crab vessel in Dutch Harbor, Alaska, and we would be out there on a 12-man crab boat, catch a processor, and we cut the crab and we process it and we put it in the boxes. We put them on freezer cargo containers, and we were out there for like 2 months, 3 months at a time. And you know, I got seasick every day. Hey, you want to know something funny? I was the cook on the boat.
Oh,
And,
oh man! And you were down
and
there all day cooking, and then while the boat's swaying back and forth.
oh yeah,
Man,
but see,
I'd be sick.
I never blew my cookies around the food. I would go outside and get splashed, because I would forget. Then you don't pee and you don't puke into the wind.
Yeah.
And so I got splashed a couple of times that way, and by the cold salt water hit me. But eating crab legs, you know, you done it if you done it for so long, you just got tired of it. But I like to cook it, and I can make a mean crab omelet or crab cakes and all this kind of foods. Yeah, I can do that stuff. So, but yeah, I only cooked on the ship because my mom and dad, and they had a hotel restaurant in Dutch Harbor, Alaska. And if you ever worked for your mom and dad, you know how horrible that is to work for your parents. So I had an opportunity to go out on a crab boat, and I was the cook on the boat, but I was also the biggest guy on the boat. So I could push a crab pot by myself compared to other guys who would take two guys to push a crab pot. So I could push one when the boat rocks to one side. That's when I push the crab pot to get ready to launch it. But
Yeah,
I missed the money because 2 months, 3 months, I could make it easy $50,000, $60,000 take home. So that part I do miss. But the being out being out on in Dutch Harbor in January and February, that's because that's the season for Alaska king crab, for brown crab. And man, that's a young man's game, because if you don't have a wife, you don't have a girlfriend, and you're young and you go out there and you go balls out doing that stuff, you know that's easy. But if you got a wife and a girlfriend, then you're always worried about them 24/7.
yeah, that's a hard job. I mean, it takes a lot out of you. You got to be pretty
Well,
young. You can't
yeah,
be your.
you was in the Coast Guard, so you know a little bit what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember rescuing quite a few fishing boats off the coast of Washington State. The fishing boat, because they go out, 150, 75 to 150 miles offshore, and they do a lot of their fishing out there. So when they get in trouble, they call the Coast Guard. Of course, the helicopters go out there first to see if they can assist, but they usually wait for a small boat rescue to tow them in if they just maybe just ran out of gas or their broken down engine or something. Then we have to spend 8 to 12 hours trucking out there, down there, and back 12 hours.
Yeah,
You know, so yeah.
and most of those crab boats are coming out of Seattle, going to Alaska, because that's where everything is based at. And they go to Alaska, then they stay there for the season, and then they come back and like dry dock and everything. They just get ready for the next. They get ready for the next season. But yeah, if you're young, like my if my viewers are young and you want to make money, go to Alaska. I kid you not. That's where the money is, and you can make a lot of money in a short period of time. So that part is pretty sweet. Um, if you can handle the code, and if you can handle, like drinking and partying because that's all you do when you're not working. A lot of big baseball teams go to Alaska and they practice because of the 24-hour sunlight. So a lot of the farm teams go up there and practice.
Yeah, actually, I was out of Seattle. I was on the Polar Star, and I did go to Alaska. I think it was Anchorage,
Yeah.
or no, I can't remember where we were, but yeah, we were out there for about 3 days, uh, picking up supplies and stuff. But yeah, it's cold up there.
Well, it's getting warmer now. It's getting better, but like in the summertime, it's very decent weather. Hey, Bobby, how you doing, buddy? How's Down Under doing? Bobby just came on. He was on Dave's show this morning. Yeah, yeah.
It's
The
weird.
money was good.
It's weird. I can't
Um,
see us on YouTube, but I mean, I can see you on Hangouts, just not on YouTube. That's weird. I can see the comments and
okay.
stuff on the live chat, but anyways.
Yeah, Roger was saying about when he was pushing crab pots, but they're around 700 pounds. They were like 7 by 7 and almost right around 700 pounds, and they're very difficult to move, especially when the water is calm. So that is a lot of work.
Oh yes.
Anybody here?
Anyway, so can you still hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. I can hear
Okay.
you. Good, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the comments now, but I can't see us on YouTube. I just can see the comments on the live
Oh,
chat. Yeah.
huh. Yeah, I see Mikey 550. He just came on board.
Yeah, I see that.
How
Yeah,
you doing, Mike?
we were talking about Filipino food.
I Filipino food's not too bad, you know. You know, but again, if you get used um, to the food, then yes, it isn't that bad. It's a little bit sweet for me because I'm used to uh, spice and seasoned foods, but the sweet part I had to readjust myself.
Yeah, and I think they use too much salt on their foods. I mean, we like especially like adobo. They use a lot of soy sauce because soy sauce have a lot of salt. And even my mother is a big salt eater. I keep telling her she should stop eating salt. I mean, she sprinkles salts like freaking by the gallon on her food. And
Yeah.
it's like that's the only thing I don't like about Filipino food. They put a lot of salt in their foods.
Bobby's telling me right here that he likes pig's blood. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, guinea guan. That's good stuff, man. I don't know about the intestines that they put in because depends on. I mean, I trust my family when they cook it, but when you go to somebody's house, you don't know how clean they clean the intestines because
Uh-huh.
after they cut the pig, they take the intestine and then someone goes aside and starts cleaning it, flushing it out and stuff. You don't know how thorough they are when they're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Victor. Victor's in the house today.
Well, I don't know Victor. Oh yeah, I do know Victor.
He has his own site.
Yeah, I do know Victor. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Didn't he go on? Yeah. Mikey 550. Yuck. Well, you know what? I made guinea guan pig's blood here in the States, but I didn't use intestines. I use pork. I go down the market and then I use pork and then I go to like the Mexican markets. They got the best blood. So I get the blood from them and I made it at home before, but with pork and not intestines.
Uh, I never got sick from home cooking. There's always from budget food restaurants. From yeah, yeah, because I think some of those budget, those outdoor budget foods, I think they might merge their food back to each other.
You mean the street food
Yeah,
vendors?
yeah.
You think they swap food
Well, I
at the end of
think
the
they
day?
merge them together, like the old and the new, instead of like throwing it out, like just a little bit of the leftover. I think they just put it back, like mix it.
Don't start up rumor there, Big Kevin.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm just. That's just my opinion on my you boys and girls. Because again, yeah, pig's feet. Yeah, my dad, he liked pickled pig's feet, uh, stuff like that. But I again, yeah, don't eat intestines, heart, kidneys, brains, chicken. Yeah. Oh, Mikey 550 saying that chicken feet, pig's feet. Yeah, that covers half the Filipino foods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one. Hello, all. Hey, buddy. Hey, I had a good conversation with you the last time. But yeah, I don't know. I like I said, the longer I stayed in the Philippines, the more I started to adapt to Filipino food, street food, native food. Except I never eat again. I never ate balut, and I never ate chicken head, like deep fried chicken head, and I never eat the feet. Also, those maybe next time.
Yeah, you got to try them at least once, buddy. I mean, you can't go to the Philippines not try intestines or chicken feet or chicken heads or
Well,
anything like
yeah,
that.
the chicken intestines I never tried either. Like the barbecue style. I just because see, I had to pace myself, and after 13 years, I'm still pacing myself. But isn't um like pig's brain? Don't isn't that what you make CC from? Or is that like pig's face and everything?
I'm not sure. I think I think just the everything, the intestines and stuff. I'm not sure.
Oh, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite. But
Because my
oh,
buddy, like Josie's father, they would like have that on like a side dish, like when they're drinking beer and everything.
yeah, that stuff's good with beer.
Yeah, that
There's a
and pig
place in
wine.
I don't know if it's in um either in somewhere near Clark or something. There's supposed to be a famous sig place where the lady that owns the place makes it. I'm sure Tuk Tuk can answer that question, but yeah, there's a famous place for that particular dish.
Huh. A couple of my uh, followers, subscribers, they were asking they were asking me about my barbecue dog. That dog that I have at the barbecue. We I went to a birthday party in McCullen, and the father, the grandfather, it was his birthday, and he requested barbecue dog, and they had dog on a barbecue. So
Yep.
that was pretty wild. I tried it just because of respect, and it did taste a lot like goat, kind of
Well,
kind of stringy, kind of tough, kind of like chewy.
yeah, PETA wouldn't like you a lot. You're no, that's interesting because my brother, um, I remember him talking about he has a neighbor.
You gotta talk a little bit louder.
I said that's interesting because my brother was talking about a neighbor of his that it's an older guy. Usually the ones that like the dogs are the older, like the old school guys.
Yeah,
Their
yeah,
70s
the
and
old guys.
80s. Yeah, because back in the war, I mean, what did they had to eat? While they're trying to get away from the Japanese, they were eating freaking dogs.
Wow. Hey, boy. Yeah, but Bobby just said he would blank that I would have blank that I would have thrown it over the fence. One of my I was talking about like giving my food to a dog on about my one of my vlogs I had, and somebody got mad at me saying that I wasn't couth because I didn't eat the food and I just give it to the dog because I didn't like it. Well, I acted like I liked it. I, I was faking it. So
We're kind of
he,
spoiled anyways in the US. I mean, like I have 3 dogs and they're like part of the family. So yeah, we feed them. And then when in the Philippines, my brother has a couple dogs, and every time I throw a bone at him or whatever off my plate, and he gets mad at me. He said, "We don't feed our dogs uh, people food."
oh,
I go, "What the hell? I mean,
well,
fish is
what do
people.
they feed him then?
He feeds them fish and stuff like that. I mean, that's people food.
Oh,
You know,
oh,
it's like."
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, he gets mad at me because I'm feeding their dogs. I said, at home, man, we spend more money on the dog food than we do our own food budget.
Wow. Yeah, that's a fine line though about feeding your pets. I'll just say, Bub says, I'll just say no thanks. I don't like it, and that's that. If they don't like it, well, stop. Well, yeah. I mean, again, you don't want to offend nobody, especially if you get invited to somebody's house. Again, I'll just save it off to the side, and then when nobody's looking, because there's always a dog, a cat, chicken walking around looking, scavenging for your food, so you don't have to worry about being found out. But have you or any of our listeners, have you guys ever had the horse?
Horse?
Yep.
Horse meat?
Yep.
I mean, I had carabao.
Yeah,
Water buffalo.
I have too, but no, I'm talking about the regular giddy up style.
No.
Um, my Josie's father, like I said, they live up in the mountains outside of Iloilo, and they said they rather have horse meat than cow.
Oh, really?
It just tastes better.
Where
There.
do they get the
Somebody,
horse?
one of my subscribers said, horse meat is sweet.
Horse meat is only good for glue, not for consumption.
Victor say, yeah, horse meat is sold in Demigeti market. Yeah, okay. I tried horse. Oh, well, that's not nice. I tried horse brain soup. Yeah, that's yeah.
Where do they get the horse in the Philippines? I haven't seen any horses in the Philippines.
Because when they die, they just drop to the ground, and then you want to hurry up and butcher it. Josie's mom and dad, they had two horses, but they were for like horse racing.
Mm.
Mikey's saying horses are very popular in France. Really?
Yeah.
Lots of horses in Minden now.
I didn't know that.
Oh. I don't know. Randall said he likes elk. I like moose and carabao. Buffalo's pretty good. Crocodile, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I've had when I was in Washington State, I've had elk. That's some good eating there.
Yeah, that moose making beef jerky.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty sweet. You can't find that in the Philippines. Good beef jerky.
Actually, before I leave, before I go back to the Philippines, I'm gonna make me a bag full of jerky on my smoker. I'm gonna bring it to the Philippines because my brother says he wants jerky. So I'm gonna make my own jerky on my smoker and bring it to the Philippines in November.
Yeah, if my buddy Seth, if he was here, he'll be talking about jerkin, because because it's not the same because that's Seth's style.
Well, his last video. He was talking about jerking.
I never follow. I didn't see his because I was watching his video, but it was all like motorcycle ride.
Yeah, but before that part, he was walking and talking with with his wife
with
Lynn,
Lynn.
and he was talking about jerking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lynn was getting upset when he was talking about that. I mean, he shouldn't do that like around her. He just should just do it in his privacy and then
I don't think she was upset with them. I think she was just embarrassed when he talks about
oh,
stuff like that.
that he's still doing that? Probably.
No, just talking about it on his videos.
Oh, yeah.
It's embarrassers.
Yeah,
Embarrassing
because
her.
I get a little bit embarrassed when he talks too. I get a little bit red in the face because I'm laughing so hard. Seth is crazy. Yeah, he is. Why would? Well, that's I don't know. Why would he jerk with his 60? I think he's just joking when he's saying that because yeah, that's a good question. So hopefully he's just joking.
I'm gonna ask him.
Well, don't tell him that Kevin wants to know because I just want to get on their good side again. I think I made them angry today, and now I just want to be friends with everybody because
You,
woe is me. How
you
did
made
that
it.
sound?
You made him angry.
Well, I'm sure he would have. I think he heard about it by now.
He doesn't get angry. He likes you.
Well, yeah, I like everybody. I'm not here to step on nobody's toes and make people pissed at me. I just have to know the rules, and when you know the rules, then you know how far you can bend them. But no, the rules wasn't really explained to us about what we can do and what we can't do.
Well, I understand the rules too. If I'm on with Sess or I'm on with Take Two with Dave, I make sure I kind of control myself because especially if you got people like Peter or he should have what's his name? The guy at the radio station.
Huh.
Anyway, so yeah, and
You know,
also
I never had encounters with that. What is his name?
Peter.
Yeah, I never had no encounters with him. So somebody on such site asked me, is that am I the Westerner that Peter was talking about? I said, no, I never talked to the guy. So, I think he don't know who I am because.
Well, he doesn't have to talk to you, Big Kevin. He doesn't have to talk to you. He just have to hear about you, and then he'll say something.
Well, I don't think many people heard about me because I'm it's still a little speck in everybody's vision.
Yeah, but you've been on with Sess, and he joins Sess.
Oh really?
Yeah, he gets on there once in
Huh.
a while, and so he heard about you. I'm sure he made some comments about you.
Now your little buddy, AOL, Aloe.
Aloe, yeah, Aloe
Yeah,
Winter.
yeah.
Yeah,
I want to give him a big old Alaskan bear hug.
yeah, he's a cute guy.
Yeah. See, he was trying to at the beginning. He was like trying to get my goat just to irritate me. But today I started irritating him, and he told me that he was just fooling around. So yeah, he's okay. Well, a little bit crazy, but Mikey said. But yeah, I don't mind him. You know, he was he was playfuling poking me, you know. So that's cool because I was poking at him too. So he's not that, you know. As long as we play, you know, I ain't gonna say nothing that's gonna make somebody lose face or embarrass somebody or anything, because that's not me, and I don't want that to happen to me. So I'm going to treat you the same way you treat me. But if you if somebody does something wrong to me, I'm going to do everything in my means to get back. But he was being friendly and messing with me, and I got to realize his sense of humor, right? So
Yeah, yeah, he has a different type of sense of humor, and
yeah,
you almost gotta bully him back. You know, he bullies you,
that's
and then you gotta
exactly what I was saying.
turn around and bully him back. Because when he knows that you bully him back, then he respects you. He gives you
Yeah,
that respect, saying, "Yeah, this guy's cool because he knows how to get me back." You know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah, I love
So yeah,
Ilo.
I was just I was started badgering him, but playfully badgering him,
Right.
and now him and I have a pretty good rapport.
Rapport.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, you gotta give respect to get respect.
Yep.
But yeah,
How do we get off the subject of Filipino food?
because you have to respect it.
Yeah. Speaking of Filipino food, yeah, when I go to the Philippines, I go all out. I mean, I I
Do you go native?
I hire a cook, Filipino lady that comes out and cooks for me, and she cooks all the stuff that I like. I mean, everything, you know. So I just once in a while I'll try the street food, but man, I go all out. I hire a cook. She cooks for me the way I like, you know, my Filipino food, and
Uh-huh.
yes, that's a good way. That's the best way to do it.
Sweet. Yeah, like I said, I don't mind Filipino food now because I slowly after 13 years I started to merge myself to Filipino food, so it's not that bad. So I'm not throwing no rocks or mud at Filipino food. But if you're not used to that kind of food, then it takes a required taste, and you have to start eating it every day to get that taste.
Right.
Do you have any Filipino restaurants in Texas, like where you live?
Um. Yeah. This remember. I showed you that video of when I was in Corpus Christi this past weekend because I was down there for my grandson's graduation,
Uh huh.
and that was in Corpus Christi, Texas. And yeah, I just the last day there, I had all my family at that Filipino restaurant we had there by my old neighborhood.
Uh
Yeah,
huh.
we had a big old feast. We had everything. So yeah, they
Wow.
have Filipino foods around here.
Okay. Because like when I was in Alaska, we have like big Filipino communities in Anchorage, and we have we have a big Asian community in Anchorage because of the fishing industry. A lot of them live there because it's cheaper to stay there instead of migrating back and forth like California and rest of the parts. But yeah, we got quite a bit of good Filipino restaurants, Thai restaurants, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, a lot of good Chinese buffets.
Hmm. Yeah, I never.
When I was in Iloilo, we we went to a Chinese buffet all you could eat and everything. And you know, Filipino Chinese food is not the same as American, like Western Chinese food.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's completely different. Same with when I went to Hong Kong, and I went to Taipei. Boy, their Chinese food again is not what I'm used to.
Well,
They,
Big Kev, let me
their
ask.
Chinese food is authentic. Ours is Americanized.
Big Kev, let me ask you a question. When you go to
Go ahead, buddy.
China, when you go to China, do you say Chinese food because you're in China, or you say food?
Chinese food.
Yeah. You call it food or just Chinese food? Because you're already in China.
Well, huh, that's a good
Just-
question. I caught it. I caught it. That's not, you know, what I not what no what did I do to you to make you do that to me?
well, since you brought up Chinese food, that maybe because since you're
Well,
in
yeah,
China,
but
would you? Since you're in China, don't you call it Chinese food or just food?
well, I think our nice viewers understood what I was talking about because they are good followers, and I got 10 people still with me, so I appreciate that. We gonna probably. Are you still driving, buddy?
No, I'm at home now.
Oh, because I thought I heard a beer bottle opening up, and I was gonna say don't drink and drive because that's not nice.
No, I'm at home doing that.
Oh, so yeah, no, this my show that I'm having right now. It's pretty good, and I've been getting pretty good reviews. Nobody really said anything to let me down. Everything is pretty nice, so I appreciate my viewers hanging in with me and being patient because again, I'm not a professional speaker like our buddy Seth is, and he's more he has a gift to gab, and I just thank you guys for letting me come on and chit chat with you guys. And today today when I woke up this morning and I looked at my YouTube channel just for what I could see what's going on, and I hit my 10,000 views past. I mean, I went way over the amount so I could get one like monetize whenever and whatever. But now I am eligible for that to happen. So I
Well,
thought
good.
that was kind of cool, and I had a good skip to my walk today because I hit that mark, and I was quite pleased with myself just because I didn't think I was going to be able to do it in 2 months, and then also my subscribers, I'm pretty jacked about that. Also, you guys, I have 256 subscribers, and I think the last time I was on Seth's show, I had like 194 subscribers, and now today I'm at 256. So again, I appreciate you guys watching and coming on and listening and watching my videos. Hopefully, you are entertained because I don't know what I'm talking about and what comes out. You know, I'm just happy that you guys can piece together what I'm saying, and because see, I'm on medication, and sometimes when I'm taking my meds, I start peaking, and sometimes I get like zombie ties a little bit just because of the kind of medicine I'm taking. And I'm supposed to be taking my meds 3 times a day, but I'm trying to stop a little bit and like weed out like my lunchtime meds just because I get my headaches are so bad. I I um I have to take my meds 3 times a day, but I want to try to wean myself off of them a little bit.
So are you getting migraine headaches? Is that what you're getting?
Or see, when that machete hit me in the head, it sliced me from my eyebrow all the way through my temple, and I got there's a whole bunch of big ass of nerves in your temple, and he severed those nerves, and on my one side of my face, my eye, my jaw, my teeth, it feels like I have a toothache, but it's
Right.
not a toothache. It's from my head injury.
Oh wow.
And if you look up on YouTube, I don't know if you look up on Google, um, temple, um, uh, like temple injury, it will tell you that the pain is so bad sometimes. A lot of people try to commit suicide just to get rid of the pain.
Wow.
But that's why I'm on that kind of medicine, is because the medicine that I have, it's for like amputee patients take my medicine because of the pain.
Hmm.
That's another reason why I can't work, is because of the medicine and my headaches and just things like that um, connect to each other. So that like I said, like when we have a bad typhoon come in, like a bad storm, I get a black eye. I shit you not. I get
Really?
a black eye just because of the low pressure going on my head, and I get a black eye from where I got hit in the face.
Wow. That sucks.
Yeah. So, because I mean, and then I have a headache worsen because of the low pressure.
Hmm. Well, definitely
But
take care of
anyway,
yourself, man. Definitely take
uh,
care of yourself. Definitely take care of yourself, though.
well, yeah, no,
Take
that's why I'm taking these meds, and um on on uh, on my video the other day, on Memorial Day, I had my aunt stand next to me, and I told her how much I appreciate her letting me stay at the house and all that she did for me when I was in the Philippines with my son that passed away. So I just wanted to tell her verbally how much I appreciated her, because I do.
Yeah.
I mean, see, they really helped me out quite a bit. See, my mom and dad, they passed away when I was in the Philippines, and that's another thing that I feel bad about.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. So, what did you eat tonight, buddy? Or did you skip the nourishment and go to the liquid?
No, I actually had my last leftover my ribs that I made.
Oh,
So I ate the last leftover.
oh, yeah. I'm not really a rib man. I mean, I like a good baby back ribs. When I was in the Philippines, in Bacolod, my next door neighbor has a barbecue place, and his place is called Lord Byron's Baby Back Ribs, and he's matter of fact, he's my daughter's godfather, one of my daughter's godfathers, and he had good baby back ribs. He had pretty good food. for what for the stuff that he has to work with, and he had pretty decent food and everything.
Is he still around? Does he still have the restaurant?
Yeah, he sure does. He even has one, and I believe he has one in Demageti and one in downtown McCullough, and then one in Homesite where I used to live.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a Filipino owned and operated. It's all family, and his food is excellent. You can look it up. You can go to the website and just look up Lord Byron's baby back ribs, and his site is right there. But he has pretty decent food, and I'm not even getting paid for that free advertisement.
Well, I mean, the owner's an expat, right? I mean,
No, he's Filipino, full blooded.
oh, really?
Yep. Yeah, there's no white people there.
Well, where do you get his? Well, he uses pork ribs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I say there's no.
He does all native food. Plus, he has um, he has baby back ribs.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys. I think we're gonna we're gonna turn off in around 10 minutes. You know, just because I don't want to go like last time I was on board and I did 2 hours. So I think this time today we'll just go to 9:30.
Yeah, it's almost my bedtime. I
What's
gotta
that,
get up.
buddy?
I said it's almost my bedtime. I have to get up to go to work tomorrow.
Oh man! And you just now get in home?
Yep.
Yeah, time goes by pretty quick.
Well, yeah, I finished that last contract I had. I was working overnight that month and a half or so. So I'm just down to one job now, but I'm probably gonna go back and work another job or find another one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't have enough pocket money for the Philippines. I need at least 10,000 or even $15,000.
Just for how long you gonna be gone for?
Just probably about a month.
Really? And is that 10,000? Does that mean like airfare and also?
No. That's just straight pocket money.
Wow. You just gonna be like a high roller?
Yep, for 1 month. Yep.
Oh, party every day, huh?
No shit. 90% probably gonna go to my brother because he always take everything I have.
Oh, oh. So you already planning on that part then.
Hell yeah! When I get home, I'm not worried about the women, scamming me. I have to worry about my own brother scamming me because
Uh,
he'll take me for everything I got.
okay.
So yeah, you got to plan for that shit. So
Wow.
when are you
Victor,
looking?
I was just reading what Victor just said about this guy, Barry guy. Says, Barry, the only guy I know who doesn't get drunk. Oh, I'm sorry, you just moved. Get drunk after 19 beers. Damn. Well, yeah, but see, I could drink 19 beers, but I'll be drinking like 500s and liters I could do easily. But the little beers, I don't want to drink um, San Miguel Light because I want something that has a little bit of a kick. The Red Horse is pretty decent, and also the Pilsen is pretty decent. Eagle is okay. Colt 45.
Yeah,
That's not
I don't,
bad beer.
I don't, you know what? I don't get drunk off of beers. I don't know why. I mean, I drink beer like water, but I piss a lot too,
Oh
and then
gosh.
and then but only hard stuff. Only the hard stuff I get drunk off. But I can't get drunk off of beer. I
Yeah,
could drink a
my kids' moms, they don't appreciate when I'm drinking. One I become like a Romeo, and I'm not an ass, and I'm not violent when I drink, but I like I gab too much when I'm drinking, and if I drink too much, and yeah, I would piss the bed. And Josie, she thinks I do that stuff on purpose because Josie's nagging at me, and the next day she's all mad at me, and I go, "Why? What's wrong?" She said, "Well, we had an argument last night, and then later on you peed the bed." I go, and I go, I didn't do it on purpose, and she thinks I did it on purpose. And then my daughter Star, she goes, "Dad, do you want Pearl's pamper?"
What's this crow pepper dust?
No. My daughter, her name is Pearl,
Oh,
and Star goes, "Dad, do you want Pearl's diaper?"
oh, diaper. I thought he said he wants crow something. Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
well, I said Pearl's pamper,
Oh, crow.
Huggies and Pampers, and and I and I go, "No, thank you. I'm okay." And Star hands me to the diaper, and I go, "No, I'm good." But yeah,
So you
I
like
I don't do that no more because
so
that's
you like
not funny.
so you like to wet the bed when you're drinking, huh?
Well, no.
you just you just
Well,
said
I
you
don't
wet
know.
the bed
I don't know. I just go into a deep sleep, and then I get in trouble the next day.
because
Just
you piss on the
just
bed.
just I just go pee. I don't shit the bed. Uh,
Well, they do make
so,
adult diapers.
yeah. I already said I apologize. You know what I mean? I don't do it on purpose. I
Well, next time before you start drinking, just put on adult diapers, and then you be ready just in case.
oh, come on, because yeah, I thank you, Roberto, for that good advice.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
But no, I don't drink no more. This is my I quit drinking 2014, and I haven't had a drink since.
So,
So,
Kevin, Big Kev, what's your plan on going to the Philippines?
well, I really want to. Thank you for asking. I really want to, but financially, I can't do anything right now. I do get right now. I do get a disability check from the government, but that's only I just got paid today, and I only get $500 a month. Plus, I get Medicaid, and I have to get food stamps too. Just because, like I said, I can't legally work right now, because of my head and everything.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm kind of screwed. But I did open a a GoFundMe site, and I also opened a Patreon site, and so hopefully one of those will come along and help out. But yeah, I'd like to go back there, at least just get my kids off the mountain, because be like her Josie's brother is still running loose, and I haven't heard what kind of conditions things are there. But to see Josie, she's in Singapore. She has to be working. She has a 2-year contract, so she just left last Christmas.
And who's taking care of your kids?
My kids' grandparents, Josie's mom and dad, and her father is a sugarcane. He owns a 2 hectare, and he has 1.5 hectare of rice down below on the flatlands. So he's always working. So just the mother Star goes to school, and Pearl, she goes to school, and so they, like I said, the school is helping out.
Your wife brother, are you saying you don't know if he's around there?
Yeah, I haven't heard, and I never asked if he's around. But when I was there, when I left the Philippines, he was like hiding out up on the mountain, staying at a relative's house, because Josie's mom and dad, they shunned him from them, and you know, but blood's thicker than water, so maybe things are patched up now. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm wondering who's helping his parents on a sugar farm.
Yeah, or down at because right now, remember I told you my daughter Star, she's helping her grandfather carry the sugar cane up on the truck. I did have a picture posted, but I don't right now. But yeah, thanks for asking. But right now I'm just kind of, I don't know.
Well, I was just thinking, if somebody helps you with your plane ticket to go back to the Philippines, you still gonna you still need more money to live on for a while. Would that 500 from your government pay help you for a
Yeah,
while you're down there?
yeah. My buddy, one of my buddies on the show here, he made a pledge to me. If I lose 100 pounds, he'll pay a round trip ticket for me from here to the Philippines.
And how long would you stay?
I don't know. First, I had to lose the 100 pounds, but I already lost 24 pounds in 1 month. So I'm gonna go back to the doctor tomorrow on Friday and get another weigh-in. But that's kind of good inspiration, you know. If it works, or if he's gonna do it, if he doesn't do it, it's still pretty good inspiration for me to help me lose weight.
Yeah. Well, don't do it for him. Do it for yourself and your kids.
Yeah, I know that, but motivation is always good, but I had to have self motivation. Losing weight it's easy to put it on. It's kind of crappy trying to get it off here.
Oh, I know about that. I'm about
Yeah.
280 myself.
Well, that's not bad. I think I
Huh.
weighed that when I was in high school.
So your leg, your leg
Yeah.
weighs about 280.
No, but no. When I wrestled in high school, I was 230. When I left the Philippines, I was right around 240 when I left the Philippines. So that's how much weight I lost when I was in the Philippines.
Mm.
Just because of I got dehydrated. I lost a lot of water weight. So and plus I did a lot of walking around and stuff. Yes, Mike. Randall just asked me, Kevin, are your kids eligible to come to the States visa free? Yes, they are. I already did research and looked that up, and my kid's mom, I'm gonna try to get her here on a fiance visa, so they could, if anything, my kids could go with their mom to here. Damn, go back and lose weight again in the Philippines. Keep you busy. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
easier to lose the weight in the Philippines than it is in the United States, because in the United States, you're surrounded by all this food all the time, where in the
Well, yeah,
Philippines,
you got the temptation is easy here, and you don't do that much. And then in the winter time, you're indoors. For me, when I was in the Philippines, I was always out doing something, and I was always sweating.
right?
So, and then my diet was different also.
Yeah, I tend to lose about 10, 15 pounds when I'm there.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to lose weight. I lost a lot of weight just by sweating alone. So yeah, it's not too bad. So right now, easy to lose. Mikey says easy to lose weight in the Philippines. Lots of exercise. Oh, Mikey, you got to be careful, buddy, because that kind of rough on your heart. You are a little bit older. That's a joke. Roberto, how's your heart doing?
Well, I had a quad bypass about a couple years back.
Really?
Yeah, I was going through some rough times there, but I'm okay
And
now.
what brought that upon?
Oh, I don't know. I guess family history,
Okay.
and uh, overweight. Well, you see my brother, picture of my brother. He's
Yeah.
skinnier than I am. Well, I'm twice
Yeah.
his size. So just years of bad eating. I used to be in management, and I used to sit in my office, and I used to eat like buckets of chicken
There you go.
every other day for lunch, stuff like that. Just stuff that kills your arteries and plugs it up, stuff. So I was going rough for a while there, and then all of a sudden I went into the doctor, and they was gonna put stents in there, and they came out of surgery, and he goes, "We couldn't put stents in there because you have too many arteries, that too many arteries that's clogged up. So we need to
Wow.
do a bypass on you. So I was on a Thursday, and then they put me back into surgery on Friday to do the bypass.
Okay.
So yeah.
Somebody asked me about my health because I'm so larger than a lot of people, and they asked me like how am I doing with my health, and I told them I don't have not a single problem. High blood pressure, I don't have gout, I don't have like kidney problems or any kind of inner problems, and I don't have nothing wrong with me. So I mean, because the doctor he took my vitals and all this stuff, and I go, how do I look? And he goes, surprisingly good. So I was going, really? I mean, what do you mean by surprisingly? He goes, well, usually people that is larger than other people. He was trying to be nice, and he was saying that they inherit a whole bunch of problems, and I was just surprised that he was so surprised that there's nothing wrong with me.
Well, knock on wood, man. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, because he was saying like being like diabetic and all that I mean, a whole bunch of things. I mean, very depressing sounding. And then he asked me how old am I, and I told him I'm 55 years old, and he was just shaking his head because he says a lot of people have poor health at that time.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing because I seen your weight, see how big you are, and for sure I thought maybe you might even have type 2 diabetes, but you don't have anything, do you?
No, I don't have not a not a dang thing wrong with me. I mean, I got head problems, but that's just that's it. I mean, everything else. I just move a little bit slower because I'm old. Er, er. But I mean, nobody's like what they used to be. So, yeah. Well, you guys, I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. Oh wow, we got 12 viewers. I appreciate you guys coming here and hanging out and just being cool, having good comments. You guys are having comments back and forth with each other, and I'd like to thank my buddy Roberto coming in here on the whim. And again, it's just nice to hang out and just talk and BS and see what's going on. So
Well,
I'm gonna have another one this coming Friday. I'm gonna have Thor come on board, and we're gonna have a talk and everything. So I'm trying to get a little bit better doing this and doing my videos and having live chats. I'm not doing this for Seth. I'm just doing this because I want to try something new. So this is something new for me. And last couple of days ago, I had Richard come on board. So I want to give a shout out to him, telling him thank you for coming over and hanging out with me. And every day is a learning adventure for me because, again, I'm not very familiar with YouTube and how things work and stuff. And I am slowly building up a good subscribers and a little bit of a name for myself. So I just appreciate you guys coming with me every day and hanging out, and you guys viewing my movies or videos. I'm sorry, my stuff like that. So Seth, I'm sorry, Roberto. Do you have anything? Last words?
No, sir. I appreciate you having me on. Mm, I'll see you next
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Like I said, I mean, having two people is pretty nice because you get to have a little bit of a break in between. So again, I appreciate you coming on and hanging out with me and talking to me on and off the show. So yeah, things are good. Like I said, every day, try something new, do something new, be adventurous, take a picture, go outside, take a picture, enjoy life. You know, life is always short and you never know when it's your time. So it's okay to have snow on your roof. And if you got a warm, good fire built up in you, like Mikey was saying, you're happy. Nothing wrong with that. Roberto, I'll talk to you next time.
All right,
Mikey,
buddy.
I'll talk to you guys. You guys just have a good night, have a good day wherever you guys are at. And always just remember, have a good time. Be safe. Always be safe. Facts on the people you piss off because, well, you know why. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I appreciate you guys and have a good day. Have a good night. And I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. I gotta take my meds because I didn't take my meds because I wanted to come on the show and BS with you guys. So if you're out there listening, always thinking about you guys, and it's just good. Tuck tuck, take it easy, buddy. Always have a good time, and I'll talk to you guys later on. This is Big Kevin saying, it's not Kevin, it's Kevin style. I'll talk to you guys later on. Just have a good time. This is Big Kevin saying bye. And we are closing down. Thanks, guys, for viewing. Bye bye now.